Hey, what's up DIYers? Mike Borders with the Mike Borders channel. Thank you for watching. In the event that you have ladybugs entering into your home, step number one is relax. They are not going to harm your home. They're not going to damage any portion of your home. They're not like carpenter ants. However, in this video, we're going to show you how to remove them. Let's get started. All right, DIYers, here we are on site, and let's get a closer view of the ladybugs themselves. And as you can see, they are beginning to clump up in areas where the drop ceiling meets the top portion of the wall. And you can see a few on the move, as you can see. And there are a few flying behind me, believe it or not. And the time of year that they do this is the end of the summer, where it is transitioning away from that warm weather and getting into the cool weather. And the ladybugs are smart. They sense that temperature change and they begin looking for warmer areas. And your house is a perfect spot for them. And when they clump up like that, they release a scent that will alert other ladybugs to join them. And if yours looks like this, we got to find the access point where they're all coming in. You see that one's on the move. And the first thing I like to do is check the actual seams of your door. And unfortunately, it has been years since the door insulation has been serviced and repaired. So chances are they're getting in this door here. Taking a step back, and this actual glass panel has trim around it. And you see little indents with Phillips screws in there. The reason I show you that is because ladybugs are actually getting in those little indents and hanging out. How funny is that? From here, what I want to do is go outside and talk about the side of the house that the ladybugs are most likely to target when attempting to transition from the outside to the inside to get to warmer temperatures, as well as the areas that they can get in. Coming outside, and as you can see, again, the actual door frame area. Check the insulation portion and see if there's any damage or any areas along that door frame that ladybugs can very easily sneak past and into your home. As you can see, a few ladybugs on the trim. And just go the entire way around. So from the looks of it, around the entire door, there's really not much gathering or ladybugs in the area. You can see a little movement down there and all the way over. Let's continue over to the window. Check your window as well, the entire way around your window frame. And if there's any gaps or issues with the caulking around your windows, that needs to be addressed. In addition, if your window does not have a screen like this one does not, it's a really good idea to get a screen. And what that does, it adds an additional barrier to keep the ladybugs or insects out of entering in this portion of your home. On top of that, let's head to the spigot. Coming to the spigot, and this is where our garden hose hangs. That is a wall mount. Down below in the comment section as well as description section is a video link on how to install one of those. In addition, there's a right way and there's a wrong way to winterize your spigot. Definitely do not do it the wrong way. Also, down below in the comment section is a link to a video on how to properly winterize your spigot. And let's go ahead and take this cap off. I have already winterized this. And in the event that your silicone or caulk around the base portion of your part here is damaged, or you can visibly see holes or access points through the brick or wall of your house that will allow bugs in, you definitely need to reapply your caulk or silicone and create that watertight or airtight seal to alleviate the outside world from getting in. In addition, hey, if you have a brick house, have you ever noticed all these little slits or gaps along the brick? Check that out. And they're always in the same row, as you can see here. And in addition, I've got some down here in this row. If you do not know what those are and you have a brick house and your brick house has these, definitely check out the link scrolling above. You will definitely want to see this. We will talk about the engineering design behind these little slits or gaps in your brick that are all around your brick house. And while we're here, inspect all internal areas, as you can see here, and see if any ladybugs are gathering in any of these little slots or gaps in your brick. You've got a lot of them. However, to our next point, where do ladybugs or bugs target this time of year to enter into your house for warmer temperatures? The southwest portion of your home. Right now it's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and that sun is up to the south, and as the day goes on, it will continue that southwest line all the way until the sun sets to the west. And what that means is the entire rest of the day, guess what? This southwest portion of the house is going to be in the sun and warm. And guess what? Ladybugs love that. This is the portion of the house that they will target to get into your home. So take that into consideration when you are checking the perimeter or outside portion of your home to pinpoint where the ladybugs are getting in. Before we move on, I went ahead and re-secured my cap to the spigot. Away from the spigot and back to the double doors. Again, DIYers, those gaps or slits in your brick, if you cannot reach from standing, grab a ladder, hop up, and carefully check inside those and see if any of those are the target access point for your ladybugs getting into your house. And as I was looking at that, coming down here, I don't see any ladybugs. However, I see a bit of bugs. And scrolling in here, I can see a few, but these bugs are not really my problem. These are not getting inside. Taking a step back from that, coming over to the other side of the house. This is the west portion. Check this out. In the event that they are getting inside here and traveling up, see if there is any holes or areas of your house that the ladybugs can come out of that drain and sneak into a portion of your house to gain access to the inside. And over here we've got additional windows, and you will also want to check above your windows if there are any portions of your home that is damaged and give a clear indication of ladybugs sneaking past into your home. Coming back to the double doors, and down below the brick base is dirt from the concrete. Where it meets the bottom portion of that little brick step is dirt. And check all along there, see if you see any ladybugs gathering and creating a path inward to the inside of your house. All right, DIYers, back inside, and really there is no easier way to remove the ladybugs presently or currently inside your home than just vacuuming them up. And that's all I'm going to do now. In addition, DIYers, in the event that you have a drop ceiling as shown here, go ahead and open up some of those panels and see if you can see any ladybugs up top. And if you see where they're coming in from, that would definitely be a bonus. DIYers, all ladybugs are vacuumed up. I even grabbed a ladder and opened up one of those ceiling panels, and there were no ladybugs above the drop ceiling. So that's a good thing. But it also doesn't show me where the ladybugs are coming in from. And in front of us is the Ortho Home Defense. This is really all I'm going to use. Let's go ahead and prepare it. Again, the Ortho Home Defense. I bought the more expensive one with this little spray nozzle. It was only $8 more. And in my opinion, it's a good investment to get this for this specific project. And we are going to take this portion off. And as you can see, this part just snaps out of here. And you got the entire cable portion wound up. There's this little plastic packaging. Go ahead and carefully cut that off. There it is, removed. And you've got a little portion here with a couple beveled rings around it. And I'll set that aside. Coming to the back portion of your bottle. And this back sticker here can actually open up, and you've got a ton of information in here if you need it. However, in our case, all we are going to do on the top portion, you have a red cap and you see the on and off. Right now, the white lever is positioned to the off, and we are going to carefully insert the red portion in and give it a good friendly push until it punctures the top and goes right in. And that is what it is supposed to look like, and that is fully installed. And from here, on the actual spray handle unit, at the very base of it, you've got this little remove tab with the red arrow, and by removing that, you're basically activating the battery, which in return will begin powering your spray nozzle, which is kind of cool. That's all you have to do, just pull that right out, and that battery is now connected. Here's another angle or view of the spray nozzle and handle, and go ahead and shift the nozzle portion up until it is secured as shown here, and then your little trigger or push button here has a gray tab on it, and there are two positions for this gray tab. As you can see with the icon, the down arrow is lock, and the up arrow is unlock. Let's go outside and start spraying. Back outside, let me back up real quick. The reason I'm using the Ortho Home Defense is because we've used it in the past with ladybugs getting into our homes, and not this home specifically. This is the first time we'll use it on this home. However, it has always worked perfectly for us. There are other products to use, we get that, but this is what works for us. The instructions call for 3 feet out at the base and 3 feet up to create that barrier or perimeter around your house. And as we mentioned earlier, where the ladybugs like to target is on the southwest or south portion of your home. where the heat and sun is always shining. To the bottle, go ahead and shift it to the on position, and in addition you have an off and spray on the tip of your nozzle, and then that lock button. Make sure everything is configured properly. From here we can spray. You can hear it start running, and the fluid will come out here very shortly. There it is. And again, 3 feet out, 3 feet up. And we are going to aggressively put this product along a 3 feet down and 3 feet up, as well as all of those little slots or gaps. We might just spray about 2 to 3 seconds around each of those. And as I do this, I am going to get real close and get it real wet. Don't be light on it. Use the whole bottle if you need to. Really create that strong barrier. To the door area, I will spray underneath the brick where it meets the concrete and that dirt, and 3 feet out, and around the entire door and frame area. Again, do not be light with it. Really coat it on there for a solid barrier to really stir away the gathering of any insects or bugs. Making progress. It dries fast. Do not step on it, and do not let pets or children near it until it is 100% dry. And once you're done, verify that you have transitioned the upper cap to the off position and closed the nozzle tip. Check this out. Behind that little light or motion sensor unit is a gap on the top portion, and a whole bunch of bugs are coming out of that. And I sprayed around that. All right, DIYers, here is a 2-hour update, and I am confident that I sprayed the access area that the ladybugs target, because they must have seen that spray or tasted that spray and ran the opposite direction. And they are falling fast. So again, wherever they're getting in, I must have sprayed because they are running the opposite direction. All right, DIYers, a 1-day update, and again, I'm very confident that I sprayed the access point that the ladybugs were sneaking in, because as you can see, 1 day later, they continued to come in that access point, but they didn't last long after they got through. So that spray must have got to them. However, I've got one on the move, and he was moving fast just a second ago. All right, DIYers, a 1-week update, and I just had to vacuum up quite a lot of ladybugs on the floor. And what I'm noticing, as you can see a ladybug walking right now, this entire weather strip here is one more, needs to be replaced, and I'm going to make a step-by-step video on replacing the entire weather stripping around this double door. Definitely check out the link scrolling above. It will show you that process. I'll give you an update here in about 3 weeks, and that will be a 1-month update. All right, DIYers, 1-month update, and there's been a significant decline in the amount of ladybugs that have entered into the house. I've even brought in my furniture from outside for the winter. I've maybe vacuumed up less than 10 over the last couple weeks. I have found the access point right here. And what I did was just fold up some toilet paper and insert it to fill that gap between the door and the weather strip. That weather strip must be replaced here very shortly. And as far as the product, as you can see, exterior wise, it is still doing its job. As you can see, all those ladybugs, I need to get out my leaf blower and blow those into the grass. However, again, significant decline, and we have found the access point. That is a plus. DIYers, from here, hopefully this helps. Do us a favor, below the video, you will see that thumbs up icon. Click on that, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Definitely ring your YouTube bell. That would be very helpful to us. We'd really appreciate it. Thanks again for watching, and what I'll do now is wash my windows.